So talking about innovation and pushing the boundaries and taking advantage of the innovative thoughts and the creative minds, that's been going on for quite some time. If we go back in the 20th century, and we had Orville Wright, one of the famous Wright brothers, the guys that kind of invented flying. If Orville would have thought or believed everything everyone said about anything heavier than air will never fly or things like that, we may not have come as far as we have today in today's aerospace industry. So Orville Wright was surely a catalyst for the aerospace industry. Yet one needs to remember he was not alone. A lot of other people were developing, testing, trying, pushing the boundaries, trying out their own innovations. Being future artists, if you like. And they had that in common. What they also had in common was a lot of bruises and probably also a lot of broken bones. Because if we take a moment and think about what kind of flies through the mind of this gentleman standing on a cliff with some kind of wooden construction on his back, just about to take this leap out into nowhere. What did he think? Finally I'm going to fly, or hope the ambulance finds me fast enough so I survive the evening, and so on and so forth. Because those guys did not have access to the things we have today, like a crystal ball or simulation tools. If they had had a crystal ball, they would have been able to look into the future and see, okay, my construction will actually make it. I'll be able to fly. They didn't have it. Today we have that. Today we have this crystal ball, simulation solutions, automation solutions, all connected with each other. And what does that actually bring? If we look at it from a machine builder point of view, reducing time to market, how can we quickly bring an idea, an innovation to market, meeting the customer requirements that comes with such a machine? Enhancing flexibility, lot size 1. How can we make sure that a machine or a production line is flexible enough to fulfill those needs of the customers? Looking into quality. Surely it would be comfortable or comforting to know that we have a quality check in each and every step throughout the entire process, so that the final product that leaves the belt actually meets the quality targets that we have set in the beginning of the value chain. Sustainability, looking at the nature, not consuming too much energy. Couldn't it be cool to have all the machines in our facility actually making their bit? We would know how much energy is being consumed in this particular machine at this very moment, knowing we do the most of the situation. And also if we look at a machine as of today, it's much more than just building a machine. There's a lot of sleeping potential in a machine today. Data, we saw it in the presentation before me, the MindSphere presentation. Could it kind of be nice to actually take advantage of that potential, wouldn't it? And then also with the increased level of digitalization, we need to improve our IT security. And surely I would be happy if I could say we have taken all the means possible to make sure we're protecting our intellectual property and protecting our data. Those are some of the challenges that the companies today are facing. And you may ask, how do we meet those requirements? How do we face those challenges? And our answer is actually to take on a holistic approach along the entire value creation chain. All the way from the product design to the manufacturing planning, the engineering, the production, and the services. We offer this thinking for both product manufacturers and machine builders. And it doesn't really matter where you start your journey, your digital journey. Very often you have a lot of investments done in the production field. So if you've done a lot of work there, you can still move backwards in the chain and develop your digitalization kind of backwards, if you like. Because the goal is to have data flowing from the beginning and all the way to the end, because that's when the digital twin comes alive. So do we actually produce digital twins? No, we as Siemens do not produce digital twins. What we do is we're offering software solutions for you to develop your digital twins of a machine. So what is then a digital twin? Is it just a 3D model of a particular product? No, it's much more than that. This digital twin contains a lot of information about the mechanics, the electronics, the materials, the quality, the tolerances, and on and so forth. Machine stuff for a machine or a product that we develop in a virtual environment. So one scenario could be, you're building a machine, but you have 3 ideas in your mind. Should I build 3 prototypes? No, why don't you model it up in Mechatronics Concept Designer and try those different scenarios in a virtual environment using a digital twin that actually performs and behaves as a true and real machine in real life. This obviously saves a lot of time and gives you room for flexibility and also to practice innovation, trying out new ways of building machines. So now we have the digital twin of the product finalized. Now we move into the next step, the digital twin of the production. Because it's important to see if our machine actually fits into this landscape of other machine, conveyor belts, and what have you not. We can do that. So we take it in there, we start planning the production, where should it be? We're developing the PLC code, the true PLC code, using virtual controllers to make sure that our machine behaves as we want it to be behaving. We put it in the context of other machines in a complete production environment. Like here, can it work, interact with other machines? All can be checked and validated in a virtual environment long before you actually build the physical line. It's a very good way of showing how a digital twin can come to life. And all the software is something you would find here also in the booth. So what's the benefit of having all this? Well, obviously, when you come into the real production, you have already validated, checked, made sure that the machine will work in the context you have designed. And real production is something we at Siemens are fairly good at. Some of you may know that the Simatic controller actually turned 60 earlier this year. 60 years in this branch. And I can tell you that when the production is starting, you can be sure that it will run smooth, efficient, and deliver the highest quality. The TIA concept, totally integrated automation, is literally all around us in the Frankenhalle. So 3,500 square meters of total integrated automation and software in a beautiful harmony. So now the machine is running. We have obviously work instructions going down to the shop floor using our manufacturing operation management systems. We got manufacturing execution systems, Simatic IT, advanced planning solutions, we got quality management solutions, making sure that everything runs smooth, because we want to make sure that we're producing quality all the way around. And at this point, we are kind of starting to produce both the product, but also something more. Something you have seen, something you heard about, something you have up there. MindSphere is collecting data. And this data is of utmost importance, because this allows us to analyze the performance of a complete facility and continuously improve the performance of each and every machine in our plant. This is a MindSphere application called Manage My Machines. It can also tell you how much power you're consuming, making sure you're doing your part for the sustainability of this world. So, this is what it looks like. Those are the 3 digital twins. The digital twin of the product, production, and the real production. Collecting data, we push it back into the development of the product and also the production, allowing us to have a crystal ball from today to look into the future, if you like, for continuous improvement. And then you ask, is anyone using this? Yes, of course. We as Siemens are using it, and many others also. We kind of eat our own dog food, if you like. We have more than 250 plants around the globe, and we are also on a digital journey. So we're using our software solutions, we're using our automation solutions to produce our products that you can see here on display. And it's not only about electronics, high-tech. Doesn't matter in what industry you actually are, be it in aerospace, be it in pharmaceutical, batteries, electronics, and so forth. We have solutions for all types of industry, be it in discrete environment or the process industry. So what do you need for all this? Well, we call it the Digital Enterprise Suite. And it's merging the industrial software environment with industrial automation, all based on a very nice platform, connecting the top floor with the shop floor, making sure that data flows back and forth. And apart from the portfolio itself, we obviously also have consulting assets, people that know this business, people that know digitalization, people that can guide you and others into the world of digitalization. we have implementation specialists that know how to implement both the digital environment and the automation environment. And of course, also data analytics. This is very, very cool. Making sure you can analyze data, you extract data, you make a big cloud of numbers, and this cloud of numbers actually leaves a pattern, and using that pattern and algorithms, you can see where we can improve things, make everything better. So as Christina said in the beginning, we meet every year here, and we talk about digitalization in the industry. And this is something that will be going on for quite some time, I'm fairly sure. Because there's the one thing I can promise you. We as Siemens will always keep on investing in new technologies, be it additive manufacturing, be it edge computing, be it artificial intelligence. So surely, in the next time, or even as of today, you have a lot of high-tech and very cool solutions, and also skilled people that will be glad to talk to you about digitalization and the benefits you have with that. And my call to action today is to look into the digital enterprise and start implementing now, because the journey to digitalization is not something you want to miss out on. And if you want to find out more about the stuff we are doing, well, 10 meters behind you, we have our digital enterprise suite area where we have a machine. We also have a centrifuge for the process industry. We've got fantastic colleagues that are more than willing to talk to you about the benefits that we have with digitalization and see how you can start your journey to become a digital enterprise.